As the leader of the military administration, I accept full responsibility for all decisions taken under my watch. And June 12 happened under my watch. Mistakes, oversights, and missteps happen in quick succession. But I say in my book, in all matters we acted in the supreme national interest so that Nigeria could survive. Our nation's march to democracy was interrupted, a fact that I deeply regret, but Nigeria survived and democracy is still alive, a testament to our resilience and commitment to progress. This book is part of my personal story of that encounter with national history. I did not travel alone. I undertook the challenging work of leadership in the company of many patriots. Many are still here.
So that is a brief, like a cut from the launch of the book, Belated book on June 12th, written and launched today by former Head of State General IBB, Ibrahim Badamosi Babangida. I will not be reading the book. I've read a lot of books in my life. I'm a reader. I like to read books whenever I have the time. If I can't read all at once, I try to find time to read bit by bit. I've read a lot of books in my life, read lots of autobiographies, biographies, books written. Even the only books I don't read are the ones I don't see value in them or the ones that are not relevant to history. Babangida's book would have been relevant. Unfortunately, it is belated. That is first. I do not know what I'll be doing with that book now. And we should take this moment to also tell everybody else, apart from Babangida and his cohorts, if there's anybody who knows anything in history that is not known to public and you wish it is known, and there is still time and it is still relevant, please do that now. Otherwise, it will be useless, like Babangida's book. The truth is, if Babangida said all of this, or any of these things is now trying to reveal by trying to be an elder statesman, if he had said it maybe within a decade after the June 12th incidents, it would still be relevant. I would be enthusiastic, eager, excited to read. Because when they say somebody realized, backtracked, or wanted to correct history, there's time frame. Okay, in 2 days I'll be 38. Yeah, I may look small. Some of you may even think I'm older than my age based on the way I talk or things I know. But this February, 22nd of February, that's in 2 days, I'll be 38. Babangida is telling us what he superintended or things that happened under his watch or things he caused to happen 32 years ago. That means I was only 6 years old when all of this happened. It would still make sense if I was 16 and reading this from him. It would still make sense if I was maybe probably still 20, still reading this. But I'm 38. What would I use that information for? We all moved on already. And besides, there's nothing he wants to see anymore that we didn't already know. Most of the people who are trying to write things when they are close to their exits, when they, exit gate, old age, most of the people who do these things, it simply means you are not writing it conscientiously. You are not writing it because you realized anything You're not writing it because you want correction anymore. You're not writing it because it can still make any meaning or impact. You are writing it because you know that nothing can be done anymore. You just want it to be said that, okay, as you are winding off, you give the following account. It won't make any meaning again. If you are writing a book, when it will no longer have any impact, sorry, that book is useless. As useless as Babangida's book. And I'm not here to demarket or condemn Babangida, no. I mean, of what use is he anymore, anyways? So what will I condemn? What, do you? Let me not say it. So I can't condemn Babangida again. But it is a teachable moment. Let's tell ourselves the honest truth. If you know any, I'm calling out anybody else, you know anything about history, and there's still Obasanjo, all these grandstandings will not make sense. Oh, because Fela don't tell us a lot already for his songs. We will know. Saying our truth. No matter how much you try to persecute truth tellers, whether through their writings, through their poetry, through their music, through their activism, through their whatever. Whatever you have ever tried to do, for as long as you know it is truth, you now want to come and tell us when you are close to your own exit gate. Sorry, you can't change what we already know. You can't change what we already formed in our minds. So tell us now. I read Obasanjo's. I didn't read everything. My Watch by Obasanjo. In fact, I got complimentary copy of Watch the Watcher, like a review of or reaction to the book My Watch by Yinka Odumaki. At those times, it was still relevant to read. Obasanjo was trying to give account, even though he would pontificate in some parts, he would not expose things that he did too that were against interest of the nation, that were only personal interests. But he still wrote it at the time, yeah, even though we know that he didn't tell us everything. We know that even when he was forming the FCC, he wasn't forming it because of Nigeria or to protect his resources. He did EFCC just because he wanted to, all of us know that, to limit, to curtail Article's excesses. He formed the EFCC because of Article. Whoever doesn't know that should come out and tell us they don't know. So that's why EFCC cannot be effective, because the founding idea was not to curb financial crimes or economic frauds. It was just, they are just using all these ones you see now are just smoke screens. Because if EFCC were to be effective, the first person that should be investigated is Obasanjo himself. He should come and explain to us why OFN, Operation Feed the Nation, transited or transformed to Obasanjo Farm Nigeria. When did he own OFN? As of when did he own OFN? He should come and tell us whether it is true or false that even after transforming it to OFN, the staff in that so-called private farm business were still being paid from federal government purse. He should come and tell us whether that is true or false. He should tell us how lecturers went on strike the most under him. ASU went on strike the most under Obasanjo and Atiku. But rather than protect these institutions, they were busy building private institutions to compete with the federal institutions that they were presiding over. They didn't equip the libraries in the public institutions. They were raising funds for themselves to go and build private presidential library. No, that's not all. That's not all. That's not all. But Obasanjo knows more. He's still there. He should tell us now. We will still listen now. And it's not only Obasanjo, all of you, including ex-governors. Tell us, ex-governors, ex-senators, ex-whatever you be. If you write any yeye book, when election is just 2 days or 3 days, you are writing political book. If you write any yeye book when you are close to exit door, you are not writing any book for us. If you write any book when it is convenient for you or you want to celebrate birthday of somebody, you are not writing it for us. If you want to write book that will set records straight and truly straight, the best time to write it is now. In fact, the best time to have written it was yesterday. The second best time is now. After the game, die with it. Buy with that book. Don't tell us anything again. Onfiunwosu had account of that time. How many people did you hound to exile for time trying to tell the truth then? What happened to Delegiwa too? How much money missed during Babangida's time? How much money? Fella sang $2.8 billion. How many is still missing? Them said, okay, I think it was on Basanjo. Them said the inquiry. Them said money no lost you. Them dabaru everybody. Supervisor Obasanjo Ojoro. Ojoro. But Obasanjo still has time. Come and tell us the truth. What happened that time? Where are those money? Why are refineries not working in Nigeria? But most of you have private refineries abroad that are working. So when anybody comes, sometimes when I read comments and some people say, "Oh, Obasanjo was the best president ever, Nigeria," and Jonathan, I'll just look and say, "Okay, it is either deliberate amnesia, ignorance, or both." If anybody has any book to write, I beg, the first best time to have written it was yesterday. The second best time is today. Don't come and tell us some nonsense on your birthday by launching any book. Now, fundraiser you they do. If you write it on your, if you are doing launching a book on your birthday, you are doing fundraiser. If you write it during a few days to election, you are writing political book. You are campaigning. If you write it when you are close to your exit door, when you are old, you are not writing it for us. If you want to write any book about history that you know, the first best time to have written it was yesterday. The second best time is today. Tomorrow, don't bother again. So I'm not going to be reading Babangida's book. It's worthless. It's useless. So those of you who were there clapping for him at the launch, collect your money, go home. Yeah, collect the envelope, go home. And if you manage to have written it, to have read it, or maybe they give you contracts to do a forward in it, or give you contracts to write a review about it, summarize for us in one page. Anything more than a page, I'm not reading. Summarize and let us hear what you see. That book. Good luck to you. Jonathan writes book. I won't read. It's still relevant now. It's still relevant now. The money Alice Madweke alone stole under your watch. Explain to us in your book. What's the name? All these names that we did not know before. That was when you came that we started Dasuki Gates. Explain to us. As Zibola, what's the name of that? Explain to us. Orisha Jaffo's private jets and the money that they were using it to carry dollars to South Africa to go and purchase and explain all those things. This is the best time. The best time to have written it was yesterday. Second best time is today. If you're not writing it today, forget about it. Forget about it. So when I see some people commenting with their, forgive me, leprous fingers, supporting, we miss Jonathan. Something is wrong with all of you. All of you. Something is wrong with you. So it is either we want to tell ourselves the truth or all of us should just go back home and sleep. It is either we want to tell ourselves the truth or we just continue to all of us pretend. You know. So today you are busy discussing Edu, tomorrow you are discussing VDM and Cyberbudge. We are all not serious. We are all not serious in this country. All of us, not serious. We are not up to 1% that are serious in this country at all. And it's even tempting, even me sometimes. I just weak. I don't want to talk. I just weak. I just look. I just don't know what to say or do. Because you are overwhelmed. You are surrounded by people who are not even interested in the truth. Yeah. So sometimes you just say, well, let's just blend along. Let's just play along. And while we are sleeping on our palms, somebody will just wake up, write a book, throw it on our faces. I'm not reading any Yeye book. Not anymore. I'm not reading any Yeye book. But if you have taken contract to go and review the book, do. Give us one page. If your synopsis don't pass one page, I know they agree, trash them. Collect your money. Babangida, there's a thief money. Money, oil windfall money. We read the story of Gloria Okon where them try bury that time. Give the lady, give her parcel bomb. So some people sat down there and are clapping for Babangida, reading rhetorics to them. They are clapping for him in that same hall. We need serious people in this country. We don't have. It's unfortunate. We don't have. We seriously need serious people. I just say, I just come upon my mind because the thing sometimes, you just look at Nigeria sometimes. You nearly poke. You just want poke. Like, don't you see what, man?